Welcome, Flip Clock fans. You're looking at a non-working Elgin Cordless Electric Direct Reading Calendar Alarm Clock. That's the official name. This clock started to show up in advertising in 1969 and remained until about 1972. For me, the clock is special because it was featured in the original Hawaii Five-0 series in 1973. Season 5, Episode 12, The Clock Struck 12, starts out by showing a full-screen view of Steve McGarrett's desk clock, the West Clock Model S29, with the black tape to hide the brand name.
Boom.
This clock appeared in many episodes over the Hawaii Five-0 12-season run. Now later in this episode, we get several views of this Elgin. It was made into a triggering device for a bomb. Steve McGarrett and crew made a big deal about it showing the date and the time, trying to imply that it could be triggered on a specific day.
This is a battery-operated digital calendar clock.
Yeah, the date and the time.
The Army's use them. They can be set to go off as much as a week in advance.
There's actually no way to do that. You can't even designate whether the clock will alarm in the morning or the evening. I've been looking for this clock for a while and was happy to find it, although, as I mentioned, in non-working condition. The problem turns out to be very strange and may be the reason this clock is in mint condition. Unlike the majority of 70s digital clocks, which use synchronous motors, this is a tick-tock clock. It has a balance wheel and keeps time the old-fashioned way. The only electric component is a small DC motor that intermittently activates to accomplish two functions. The motor will rewind the clock's spring and advance the numbers. The motor is triggered to run by the clock mechanism when a magnet at the end of an arm is brought near a reed switch, completing the circuit for only a short time, ending when the arm with the magnet is reset. When I got into the clock, I found that the motor was non-functional. I removed the metal can and cleaned with contact cleaner what you would call the tiny brushes where they contact the rotor. This got the motor working again. However, it became clear that the motor was running in the wrong direction. I fixed this by reversing the battery connections on the motor. I can only figure that this happened at the factory. I have a feeling that this clock arrived non-working to someone, somewhere, and it was just set aside. Maybe it was going to be fixed eventually, but over time the motor contacts oxidized and it was never fixed. This Elgin has been running fine for several days now and keeping good time. Well, there it is, the Hawaii Five-0 Elgin Cordless Electric Direct Reading Calendar Alarm Clock.
Boom.
Thanks for taking the time.